Welcome to the Revenge of Podcast, your weekly podcast for all things Revenge of and more. I'm Jeff Iser, and joining me as always is Coral Breeden.
Hello.
And Joe Myers.
Hello, hello.
How you guys doing?
I'm a little chilly.
Yeah?
Mhm.
A little chilly?
A little chill.
little cold.
You feel better after yesterday?
What was yesterday?
Well, yesterday was Sunday, for those of you who don't know, we record on Mondays. And it was a busy day at the store.
Yeah.
Lots of children. At one point, Coral
Mhm.
turned to me and said, "Thank God I sleep with women."
Jesus. I don't get kids. I don't get California kids, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of kids on Sundays, and for the most part, they're pretty well behaved.
Yeah.
For the most part, I will say.
Yeah.
But some of them are a little questionable.
Yeah. There's a
Little
few times
spawns
I've
of
seen a
Satan.
kid kind of get into maybe a kind of precarious situation that their parents know about, but
Yeah.
don't care about, which is
Yeah.
an interesting mix of things.
Yeah, sometimes people are just like, well, there's a little bar I can sit at, and my kid can just run around,
Yeah.
and I'll eat a sandwich, and they'll do whatever they want.
On the whole, it's been all right.
On the whole,
I love that.
it's been all right.
I think one of my favorite things I've seen with parents and their kids is a dad was trying to ask me for a beverage,
Yeah.
and the kid decked him right in his mouth.
Oh no.
It was like, no,
Whoa.
don't talk to anyone. And I was like, holy fuck. Okay. I
Oh
was like,
man.
you can have this for free.
I stuck around the majority of the day yesterday until a particular child came in, and then I said, "Nope, I'm out.
Mm-mm.
Not today, Satan child." But yeah, we had a pretty good weekend. I think Sunday, like I said, was really busy. Saturday was just Commander Night, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Busy. It's been I feel I wanted to take a couple of weeks of like not doing much of any sort of events to kind of chill out, but now I feel anxious. Like I
Yeah.
want to do stuff.
Mhm.
But we have our dashboard confessional night coming up on Saturday, and it seems like people are kind of pumped about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
People are commenting, and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
sharing the post. So I'm not entirely sure. I guess I don't know. What are you gonna wear?
I was gonna ask, what is the attire like for that dashboard?
It's like emo.
okay,
So I don't know.
Emo
that was
or
so helpful.
or Spider-Man. You could go with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he had that song from Spider-Man 2. Vindicated, I was better.
Wait, I almost remember. Keep singing a little bit more. Okay, now I got
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'll wear like a short sleeve t-shirt with like a long sleeve t-shirt under it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
That's not really emo. That's more
Vans?
like
I don't know. What is emo? I mean, emo is like black, I guess, but like dashboard fans aren't like dressed in black.
It's like a black button-up with like a white undershirt, red shoelaces. It's like
now you're just describing Nazis.
yeah, little MCR.
no. It crossed over quite a bit in MCR.
Yeah, I think My Chemical Romance,
Mhm.
I think is more like goth emo.
Yeah.
Dashboard's more like
Scene.
romantic emo.
Okay.
Like
With Dashboard wasn't like the work shirt kind of a thing, like the button-up work shirt type deal with like a
don't
name
know.
tag on it, sewn on it.
oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's hard for me to like really pinpoint like a uniform because it was just kind of like I don't know, the fashion of 2003,
Mhm.
I feel like. 2000, well, I guess it was like 2001. I was listening to it in high school, so I think it's like 2001, 2002, 2003 sort of thing.
That's weird.
I graduated
for a
high school in
20-year-old?
2002, okay?
2002. So that would make you
27.
53.
No, 27.
Okay.
What year did you graduate high school?
2012.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's not as, so you've surpassed your tenure.
Yeah.
Did you go to your 10-year reunion?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I was terrified. Plus, I live here now, and so
Yeah.
then do you want me to fly to Tennessee for a 10-year reunion with
sounds
those
miserable.
fucking jackals?
I didn't
No.
go to my 10-year reunion either because we were working somewhere, but and I also didn't go to my 20-year.
Wow. Well, if you would have went like, I don't know, I wouldn't know how to act because in movies it's like, do I go there and I dress all fancy and tell them I'm an astronaut?
Well,
Yeah.
Or-
Can I ask?
They would believe
you,
that.
You
Yeah.
guys both went to public school.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'm toying with the idea of trying to go back exclusively because of the Catholic high school.
Yeah.
Just have the gaggle of out out gay men.
So
hanging
many
out.
gays,
Yeah,
I'm
honestly, yeah.
sure. I'll go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
I have to find out when it is and all that.
Oh, when year did you graduate? 2004?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, it's this year.
it's this year.
Shoot. Yeah, mine was like sad because like nobody gives a shit.
hmm
So like I think it was like a handful of people went to a restaurant or something. It was really sad.
I don't like
So
that.
I didn't go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the Catholic school thing is like it's like a weekend.
Yeah.
event.
Oh,
It's like 3 days.
that sounds cool.
I really don't know what it is anymore, but like they're crazy. Like they do homecoming every year and like people show up for that. Never
Nope.
once been back to homecoming.
Nope.
I always thought that was crazy. Where whenever we did homecoming, it was just like classes that graduated. Those students just were like, "Yeah, it's homecoming. I can't wait. We're gonna help build the floats, and we want to be a part of it." I'm like,
Mm.
grow the fuck up.
They didn't do that in my school.
No?
Nobody gave a shit about that stuff.
Well, I think
No
the other
floats or
thing
anything.
is that it is such a big part of funding for a Catholic school. For like a private school, it's like you get all these people who have potentially gone on to be successful. Like you have to buy tickets.
Yeah.
And
all right, let's get down to brass tacks here because we got a lot to unpack on this episode. I have excellent news for all the reefers, and I guess we don't have a name for our people, but we'll just call whatever. But all the listeners out there, we've got some exciting news that we have all have started our respective cinematic journeys.
Mhm.
So Joe and I have begun watching Twilight, and Coral has gotten the better half of the deal and started watching Fast and Furious.
I don't know about that. That seems cap.
So, all right, how are we going to do this? Let's go one for one here. So we'll start out with the first Twilight, and then we can talk about the first Fast
Okay.
and Furious. So,
Cool.
All right, so I have seen Twilight before
Mhm.
when it first came out, not in the theater, but I did see it. I think I rented it or something.
Now, did you have to go into a place to rent it?
That I cannot remember. I remember I
You have to go make
specifically
eye contact with someone.
I
say,
specifically
"I want-"
remember where I watched it, which was our second apartment here in LA. And I remember, I don't know, maybe it was on like HBO or something when I watched it.
Did you have Netflix?
This was pre-Netflix streaming.
You
I
didn't have-
did. When I had Netflix before with the discs, I would get like one disc and have it for 8 months. That's like
crazy.
That's
I
like how I rolled.
Totally forgot that Netflix did like a DVD thing.
Yeah,
I
up
was
until
like-
like last year.
I was like one a week. I think I had the 2 or 3 plan, and I had one that would sit for a couple months.
Yeah.
But then the others I'd tend to like rotate out pretty
I
regularly.
did have so we lived in West Hollywood, and around the corner there was a video store which is now MedMen, I think. Or I don't know. It's like that it's like that pot store that's across from Connie and Ted's.
Oh, okay.
It was MedMen
Yeah,
for a
it
while.
was
Anyway,
MedMen
it
for a
was a
while.
video store when we first moved to LA, and we rented I rented The Breakup and Monster House from them. And I never returned them, and they were like calling us and trying to get the money for it, and and we literally lived around the corner, like 1 block away, and I just never
Wow.
returned it. But they went out of business.
Because of you.
Yeah.
You ruined
won.
it.
Yeah, but guess what? I still got them. So if anybody wants to borrow The Breakup or Monster House out there,
they could be a super secret vending machine
yeah,
edition.
yeah. Anywho, so I had seen Twilight before. It was how do I
Take
say
your
this?
time. You know, I know it's a lot to process.
It was an experience to
Mhm.
see it again, to be reminded of it again.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, man, I could be watching Madam Web right now.
Fuck you. Don't compare that trash to this gold.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But it's so funny though. But it's bad in a way that it's so good.
I don't know.
That first one's kind of hard.
It's
that one's
hard to
because
watch.
it is.
So the characters are just, their motivation is just so unrealistic. Okay, this is what I have surmised after watching the first 2.
Do you want to give a recap of what happens for people who
sure.
maybe don't know?
Sure. So Bella moves to Forks to be with her dad, who she inexplicably refers to as Charlie all the time.
Mhm.
Who we didn't realize that until the second movie.
We had
were
no
like,
idea
who
who
the
Charlie
fuck
was."
is Charlie?
Okay.
So she moves to Forks because for some reason her mom is like seeing another guy or something.
Her mom's dating a minor league baseball player who has to travel because he's in the minor leagues, and instead of living in any one location, she travels with him.
But they keep referring to Jacksonville, like Florida,
because at the end of the movie they buy a house in Jacksonville.
Oh, but she moved from Arizona.
Correct.
Okay, so anyway, she's in Forks. She goes to high school, and Anna Kendrick is there.
Sure is. Yeah.
Just a damn cougar in the middle.
Yeah.
You want to talk about someone who's aged and looks the same?
I know she looks exactly the same, but she was 18 in the movie, like actually 18.
Really?
Yeah, we had to look it up because we were like, or no, she was 23.
She was older.
She was
yeah,
23.
So she had to be like 30.
Yeah,
because she was older. She's 2 years older than. She's your age.
She's not my age. She's way younger than me.
Then she's 2 years younger
I'm
than
27, so she's like,
I forget.
Here we go.
It's one way or the other.
Anyway, so then she goes to school, and they're like, "Oh, those are the Cullens. They're weird." And they walk in, and they're fucking weird.
Yeah. They're basically
They're
albinos.
clearly vampires.
The slow-mo entrance.
They're like, yeah, and
Their
and
eyes are wild.
Edward
colors.
is like blowing, and it's ridiculous.
They're like they've got the Beyonce fan all the time.
Oh my god. And like and then she like immediately falls in love with this dude, but then he's okay, did you ever see and this is a question for both of you. Did you ever see that fuck, what is his name? Damon Wayans movie from the 90s called Blank Man?
No.
It was basically he becomes a superhero, or he tries to be a superhero named Blank Man, and he like makes all these weird gadgets. I think it's based on a Mad TV character of his.
Okay.
Anyway, part of like the thing in the movie is he keeps getting boners. And when he gets a boner, it's like his kryptonite. So he's like,
okay, this is actually sounding familiar for some reason.
and he was like, yeah, so it was pretty funny. It happened a couple times in the movie.
It's pretty funny.
Anyway, every time Edward reacts to Bella, I would think of that, because he'd be like, ugh.
Yeah, he's just jizzing every time.
Every time.
When she walks into the classroom and he's like, I'm like, oh, we know it's happening.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I guess my problem with the movie is that like the character okay, so a lot of times we see these like book adaptation movies and we haven't read the book, so it's like, oh, that was a good movie or whatever. This, having not read the book, I could feel that there was huge chunks chopped out of it to like condense it into this movie. So like the motivation of the characters was so like, why is she so obsessed with this dude? And why is this dude so obsessed with her?
There was something like, that was pulling them together.
Have you read the book?
You know I don't read.
Okay, I didn't think
Molly hasn't read you the book late at night?
We have them. I know Molly's read them.
I feel like, if I remember at the time, some of the context being that Bella is kind of a blank state in the books. I might be talking down my ass, but that was the idea, was that Stephenie Meyer was like, anyone can put themselves onto Bella, and that's why it was like universally became such a hit in book format. But then you do that in a movie and you just become a blank page.
Yeah, her character was a real wet blanket. We're like, why is everyone so obsessed with this bitch?
I will say that, but that's also what makes it funny to me, is because this girl who is just incredibly hard to watch, and every time she's talking, it's like she's holding it like she's about to shit her pants.
Yeah.
I know you know what I'm talking about.
I know, yeah.
It's like where it's like right there and you're like, and I don't understand. It's like,
I just let it out a little bit. I just let it out. Yeah, so I don't know. It was, I mean, we certainly laughed a few times while watching it, and we definitely turned to each other many times and was like, this is terrible. But you know, that's why I never watched any of the other ones. Because of that reason. We'll talk both Twilight movies and then we'll move on to the other, because I feel like that's better.
It's gonna get good.
So I doubt that. But last night we watched New Moon, and it was equally ridiculous, yet they definitely got more money, and they got a new director. And I think part of the problem with the first movie was the directing. Like, it was Catherine Hardwicke directed it.
A woman?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You said it, not me. So Catherine Hardwicke, I forget. She's famous for directing that movie 13. which
Mhm.
was Evan Rachel Wood and Nikki Reed.
Yeah.
Nikki Reed is actually in the Twilight series. She's the Cullen sister that's like not having it with her.
Gotcha.
You know?
What's her name?
Blonde.
Yeah. Blondie.
Renee.
Renesse. No, that's the kid's name is Renesmee,
Renesmee?
right?
Renee. Why are you confusing me?
Why? What? Her name's like clitoris or something.
It's
I don't know.
clitoris. Yeah, clitoris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyway, she's the one who's like, not today, lady. What is she doing here?
They should just call her Negative Nancy.
Yeah, but what I will say about New Moon. Okay, well, here's a positive thing I'll say about New Moon. The soundtrack was banging.
It's so good.
The soundtrack was pretty good. There was like some good music in there for sure.
The overall look of the movie is an upgrade.
A million times better.
100%.
Like the first Twilight, all of the it like I'm sure you've watched it recently.
I watch it every like November.
Okay, so you've watched.
Well, I guess yeah. It's felt like a lifetime.
That was like 3 months ago, but okay. The overall like special effects of it feel very like Lifetime movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of like everything's blurry when there's a special effect, and then like there's tons of green screen. Like they're in the woods. Nope, they're definitely on a green screen. And like there was less of that in New Moon, but it was still obvious, which is fine because it was 2009.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a while ago. But I will say it was so slow.
Yeah.
It went on forever.
Well, it's supposed to be like the second one's supposed to be like really depressing because he leaves her. And I want to ask, why does he leave her?
Because he wants to protect her.
From who? What's her name?
From
Victoria.
Mm-hmm. I knew you would know.
What? Do I win something for that?
No, I just want to know where you're at with how much information are you just like taking in?
I'm generally not great about character names. I'm very good about actors' names, but for whatever reason, it's hard for me to remember like character names.
Okay.
I will say, like, I could not tell you the Jamaican vampire's name, and he had way more lines than Victoria.
Yeah, Cornelius.
No, it began with an L, I think.
Laron.
Laron?
I remember because I was thinking of
Larkin.
our friend we call Laron.
I'm ready for you to get the first lady. Who's the no? Who is this? We can't show.
That's Nikki Reed.
That's not Nikki Reed.
Who is that?
It's Rosalie.
Rosalie,
Yeah.
Played by Nikki Reed.
Her name is Rosalie.
Oh, okay.
That's her bad name.
Is that your who's your lady?
Oh, it's Alice. 1,000%.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
She's the Josie and the Pussycats, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just
okay,
keep-
I think I can see I think I
Yeah.
can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Especially as like it goes on, because Rosalie would be like obviously like yeah, she's a little sassy, like, but Alice just mwah. Yes.
Huh. All right. Well, yeah, so New Moon, the one thing that was like, okay, this is what I realized while watching New Moon, and why I was like, oh, I see why people would like this. It's like if you had seen these movies when you were a teenage girl, I think it reflects that emo, like longing, like I think it's catered towards that.
It's Hot Topic.
For sure. Like, and I think if you're 13 and you're like boy crazy or whatever, and it's yeah.
You've not even mentioned the shirtless men in it. It's just
Well, because they're 16 years old.
not anymore.
Oh, another thing that we need to talk about in the first Twilight, and it's less so in the second one, but in the first one, it's like straight up, he's just grooming her the whole time.
Yeah.
He is 100 and something years old, and she is 16, 17, and he is grooming her to be in love with her.
He's 100 and something 16-year-old virgin, okay?
I don't know.
What?
He's a virgin?
Never mind.
Oh my God.
Well, fuck.
What?
No, but he's like 108 years old, and he is grooming her to be in love with him because he's being like creepy, showing up in her bedroom, like watching her, like doing all this crazy shit. Then he like gets her to be in love.
Yeah, what was the line? He's like, she asks if he ever watches her sleep, and he's like, more now.
Yeah. Okay.
More so now.
Do you ever she's like, do you ever like come in here when I'm sleeping? And he's like, yeah. Okay. That's fucked up.
My favorite part of the first one is whenever she is like doing all of her detective work and she's at the bookstore and she's on Google and she's like, what is he? Cold skin, never hungry.
Vampire. I know. She's like going through the thing. It's,
I did have another thing that I did. So no spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get more of the like Cullen clan backstory?
I mean, we
the
have
rest
to.
of the
There's
movies?
3 more movies, for fuck's sake.
I mean, yeah, you do.
Okay, because the way that they set it up in the first one, I forget what the father.
Mhm.
He's married to a human. He
What do you-
talks about turning his wife.
Yeah.
After he turned
Mm.
Edward.
Yeah.
So Bella's not the first human to know about vampires.
the the lady who plays his wife, I always forget her name, but I can only remember her as the character from Grey's Anatomy, and she had her face smashed in Grey's Anatomy and then reconstructed, and then one of the doctors like falls in love with her new face.
Of course, I hate that joke.
That's the
God.
only reason I remember her. But she's gone on to be like star in other shows
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason I was like, oh, it's the face smash lady.
Well, you'll once you like start seeing about like the Volturi and all that, you'll know that Bella's not the first human.
Okay.
The
And-
only glimmer of hope I saw in these 2 movies was the section where they're with the Volturi, and I was like, this is entertaining, and then it immediately went back to being boring. But yeah,
there's literally, they get there to this like high climactic scene,
Mhm.
and most of it is like, let me hold your hand.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It was like it was hard for me to get past the like rapiness of the like 108-year-old to the 17-year-old. You know, like, you're telling me, dude, in your 108 years, this is the first time you're like,
You're not like
this is a child.
you're not you might physically be 16, but you're not mentally 16.
Yeah, you've gained a lot of experiences in your brain. Like, he can recite Romeo and Juliet. Like, clearly he's, you know.
I mean, it's like Interview with a Vampire when that what is it like
Don't get me started.
10-year-old?
They do not compare.
Never seen it. Never
It's
seen it.
basically the
It's
same
so
thing.
good. No, Interview is. Have you watched the new Interview?
No,
The series is phenomenal.
really.
Yeah.
I was worried
I-
about that.
I grew up reading the books,
Mhm.
and yeah, the series is great.
Never seen it.
Nice. Well, just okay. So, anyways, just wait further down, and I'm spoiling it. Wait till they fuck, and you have to see that.
It's at
We
the
did-
end of
We did
the
go
next
through
movie.
and watch all the trailers.
Yeah. Well, I'd seen all the trailers before.
I
So
had too.
Do you? But have you spoiled the ending though?
I know
mean,
it
kinda
I know it happens at the
Yeah, I
end.
kind of know where it goes.
What? Oh my god.
I know that that she has the well, I knew about the whole thing where she had to like eat the baby out of her, but I don't know if that actually happens in the movie.
Okay. Yeah. No.
But then and then she becomes a vampire, and I know that their offspring ages really quickly and then
Mhm.
gets with Jacob. I know all that.
Okay, that part. Oh, wait. Stop. We're jumping ahead.
Yeah,
okay,
Anyways.
One other thing that I have before it feels like we're at a point where we might move on.
Yeah.
So when you told me the director of Golden Compass went on to do New Moon,
Yeah.
the battle between Jacob and the other wolf
Mm.
is very
Reminiscent of the Golden
reminiscent
Compass.
yeah,
Mhm.
of the
Okay.
best part of the Golden Compass.
Okay.
He like got animal action down.
Yeah, once we got to some of the werewolf stuff, it was interesting, but it just took so long to get there. And like, I don't know, like the whole like scene where she was depressed, like you were talking about with the spinning around her being depressed.
Possibility.
I was just like, come on, lady.
She was heartbroken. She's going through it. She's a
Okay.
16-year-old girl that just got
Then-
her heart broken
okay,
by a 108-year-old man.
But the nightmares
oh, the
Oh, God.
for like
Charlie.
a year, I
And
would
her
be
dad
like,
would
yeah,
come in.
Yeah, if I was her dad, I'd send her to Jacksonville too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get the
he's like, you
fuck
got to
out
get
of
out of
here. Get out of
here.
here.
You got to go to Jacksonville. I can't handle this anymore.
So with everything though, are you? Because you see how like Jacob was like a good buddy for her and all that.
Uh-huh.
Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob right now?
Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
100.
Because Edward's manipulating her.
Yeah.
But Jacob is just a whiny little fart, man. Just
He
a shirtless.
he was
little-
before the wolf, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden he's changed.
I don't even know how I think he was like 18 or maybe 16 when he filmed the movie. I don't even know how a child that age gets a body like that.
Well, so
That can't be
he
healthy.
just, because I don't know how I know this. I'm just
Mm.
guessing. He almost didn't get the part.
No, I know that. And like they were going to replace him. And
Yeah.
then he was like, hold up, and got all ripped up. And
yeah.
then
They
cut
said,
his
"What
hair.
are those?" He's like, "I'm a wolf, baby."
his pecs were so it was at certain times I thought he had like top surgery scars. He because of the way his pecs were like
Yeah.
sitting. It was funny.
I think it's also easier at that age to get to that point.
I guess maybe.
Everything's like running full speed at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just seems like yeah.
I mean, I've not had blah 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 abs since I was like 16.
Huh.
They won't come back.
Yeah.
It's just
Unless
so.
you
It's
do
'cause
some
you eat-
crazy caloric
I
modifications.
know that's because I'm fat shit, but
Because
it's
you
fine.
eat like crazy.
I know.
I do have high hopes for the next for Eclipse because
What was it?
Eclipse?
Oh,
Eclipse, yeah.
New Poon and then Eclipse.
Mhm.
I do have high hopes for it because it's the director David Slade, I believe his
Mhm.
name is. He directed Hard Candy, which was really good
Mhm.
with Elliot Page.
I don't know.
Did you
Well, it was an older movie. It was
it's really
basically
good. Patrick Wilson.
yeah, it was Elliot Page and Patrick Wilson, and basically Elliot goes over there and is like
This is pre-transition.
pre-transition. So they're like it's hard to describe.
Yeah,
Basically,
without giving
Patrick-
too much away, Patrick Wilson ends up in a situation where he is held captive
By
a young Elliot Page and
Tortured.
and tortured, and you start to it's exploring why and motivation,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
basically like a locked room
it's really tense.
thriller.
It's like
It's
a
really
horror
good.
movie.
That sounds good.
It's really
It's
good.
awesome.
He did that, and he did 30 Days of Night, which I did not see. The
I
Josh Hartnett
I
one,
liked 30
Uh,
Days
which
of
is
Night.
based on
the
the
vampire
comic.
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then
This just turned into a vampire podcast.
I know. I kind of thought
God
about
damn
that
it.
the other day. I was like, do I like vampire shit?
yeah, but yeah, of
Yeah.
course. What are you
By the
talking
way,
about?
aquatic vampires.
They did
We
that in
see
New
that
Moon.
now.
Where have you seen that?
She's
Victoria.
underwater.
I know she
Victoria.
swim. That's where it came. Okay, nobody out there has heard this yet.
Oh, that's
But aquatic
You
vampires.
talked about aquatic vampires on the first episode of the podcast.
We never posted that one.
Yeah. No, the one we posted, I think, pretty sure has
I
the
don't
aquatic
think so.
vampire.
No, we have like 7 undercovers.
All right, give us a 15-second pitch.
Okay, aquatic vampires would be genius. Genius. I know y'all saw Victoria swimming, but that's what I'm talking about. Think about it.
Mhm.
If I am like a 300-year-old vampire and I've gotten all this life and I've made all my money, I'm going to start building, like they make hotels underground.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I'm going to put my home in the water where I can walk around in the daytime, the nighttime. I don't have to worry about fucking humans.
Yeah.
I got sharks and whales to eat.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
I would
Mhm.
thrive.
Yeah.
And then nightlife, I'd probably go out and hit up a club or something.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know.
Sure.
I need someone out there.
I mean, Victoria like pops out of the water at the end and then like pops back down. And, we looked at each other and we're like, "This is a goddamn aquatic vampire."
Yeah.
Did Victoria have any lines in this movie?
I don't
think so.
She's
I think
just,
she had
there.
a snarkle, like a growl, like a bleh. But other than that,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
It does get better though. I will say you're in for a treat.
I think. I mean, it got. It did not get good, but it certainly got better from
Yes.
the first movie to the second movie.
Yes.
And I can only imagine that it will get better. Although I'm sure the end is probably like rushed because they were like,
Mm-mm.
No, they got 2 movies.
I know, but didn't they? I don't know. Bill Condon did the last 2 movies. He did. He's the director of Dreamgirls.
Not to be a piece of shit, but is that the director that she hooked up with?
No.
No,
No.
it wasn't. I thought it was too,
Uh-huh.
but it's not. That director is
Wasn't that the Snow White?
that was from the Snow White and the Huntsman movies,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know. It wasn't the same one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
wondering.
Cool. All right, let's move on. So we've started our journey, and you have begun yours. Let's hear it.
Yes. I see why y'all like this.
Mm.
This movie is made purely for gay men. Absolutely. I was sitting there watching it, and the Don.
So wait, what movie?
Huh? The Fast and the Furious, which Koontz put them all out of order after he put them in order, or one of y'all did it because I put in the first one on top and it said Fast and Furious 7. I was like, whoa, too quick. I don't know. They were all jumbled. I had to Google the stupid order. But yeah, anyways, this is for y'all.
Mhm.
This movie, their relationship, Don and Brian, are flirting so fucking hard.
Yeah.
And there's so much sexual tension between them.
Yeah.
He's like, I just met you, but you're my brother. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no,
They're
he's not.
basically Edward and Bella.
Edward. Yeah.
Edward and Bella.
Edward.
And no, and then what's the guy that I can't remember his name, the one who fights him after the tuna sandwich. He gets a tuna sandwich and they're like beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
It's
I don't remember his name. He
I
doesn't
don't
show back
either.
up again until the 5th movie or something.
No, but yeah, he gets his like whatever. That guy was definitely jealous of not him talking to the girl.
Yeah.
His sister, the Don's sister, definitely jealous of Don's relationship with Brian. And I'm like, that's my man.
You like
I'm-
Jordana Brewster?
Who's that?
The sister.
You don't give me real names because I am so stupid with that.
I forget what her name is.
I don't know her
It's
name.
been
in the
10
series.
movies,
we
but
just
honestly,
call her Jordana all the
That's
time.
the fucking problem because you watch it and it's like her like trying to like, you know, like flirt with him and be there. And he's like, just trying to get close to your brother. I'm like, what the fuck? This is so gay.
It's so funny because the first 2 movies
Mhm.
is like, I guess the second movie serves more as a setup, I would say, of the later stuff.
Yeah.
The first movie is very much just Point Break.
Mhm.
It's like the exact same movie where it's like
With cars.
undercover. Yeah, it's like they're all criminals and he's undercover and he's trying to get close to them and blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Did you watch the first 2?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
sent you the second one last
Yeah,
time.
That's
yeah,
what we
that's what I
thought.
thought. Yeah.
So, but even Molly even had to watch this crap with me.
Oh, just you wait. You have no idea.
And she's sitting there and she looks over and was like, are they about to kiss? And I'm like, I think so. I do. They were in the car together. Mm-mm.
No spoilers, but we are waiting 9 movies later for that kiss. Finally,
Yeah. Well,
I
one
feel
of
like-
them's dead.
what?
In real life.
Jeffrey.
In real life.
Jesus. And also, he is so pretty.
Which one?
Paul
Not
Walker.
Vin Diesel.
Oh,
I'll use a real name. Paul Walker
Paul Walker, yeah.
is
Brian.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
And every shot I was like, what's it like to wake up and look in a mirror? Well, not anymore, but what was it like to wake up and look and be like, damn, I'm fucking
I'm
gorgeous.
fucking good looking.
Yeah. But then so the first one, that was, yeah.
Give us a recap of what happens in the first one.
So he's trying to be a good cop.
Yeah.
And catch who's stealing all these DVDs and VHSs, whatever.
it's like
Box TVs. I was like, I looked at her and I was like, can you imagine a point in life where box TVs were big money and we got to steal this truck? And it's like, okay. And they're like, he's not going to go back to jail. He's not doing it. I'm like, you're okay. You're thinking with your dick. He's absolutely
Yeah.
stealing this. And then what is it? Is it an Asian gang?
No,
The
I don't
Chinese
remember.
gang?
It's been a really long time.
They were pointless. What are they even doing? I was like, crazy. And then he turns out he's a bad cop. He's not good at his job.
Yeah.
And he gives the keys away and Don drives off.
Point Break.
And
Yeah.
then I'm like,
Via con
okay.
Dios.
And then he just walks away and I'm like, is this the fucking end? I was like, what is this?
Don't worry, there's 9 more movies.
The train was unnecessary. He's like, I'm a quarter of a mile away from that red light. And I'm like, okay. And then they just race, clear the train, and then you fucking dumbass, you get hit by a semi that's parked? Like,
I don't even know what she's talking about right now.
I'm talking about, that's the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Truckers with shotguns? No shit.
The
What do
first
you
movie is
mean?
probably my least favorite movie.
Yeah.
It just, especially those cops are so dumb to me because honestly, if there are being semis on the same road getting broken into, just set up a decoy and be like, we gotcha. Like,
yeah.
anyways, that is the first Fast and Furious. So vroom, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Okay. And Too Fast, Too Furious.
Even gayer, man. Even gayer. And also the slang that is being brought up with how Brian starts talking. And it's like his buddy's asking him questions. He's like, forget about it, cuh. So I won't talk about it, bruh. I'm like, okay, let's chill you gangsta ass out. What are we doing? I'm waiting for like a cap or like no chill to be thrown in.
Except that this is so long ago.
This is like 2002, I think.
Yeah, and I'm like, why are we bringing this back? Shut the hell up. But
The second movie is good for only good for introducing characters. Like
Mhm.
Tyrese and
Mhm.
Ludacris are
Yeah.
in the rest of them.
Mhm.
Or not the rest of them. Sorry, they show up later in movies and they're a major part of the rest of the movies.
Okay.
But so like the second movie is purely like that sort of setup.
Not
Okay.
unwittingly.
Yeah, I think
They did not
Ludacris is
know.
in it for like a second too. I don't think he's in it for very
No,
long.
he's
In the second one?
He's in
Yeah.
quite a bit of the second
Ludacris
one.
is in quite a bit.
Really.
Yeah.
Right.
He is kind of like one of the main characters in
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
He does like all, when they pull the cars in the garage. That's Luda, baby. What do
Yeah.
you mean? Anyway, okay.
Hey, aren't they in? Who is the villain in that one?
The curly-headed fuck. The one who he's like what is he, Cuban or something?
Okay, yeah.
Which
I remember now.
it's never clear what he's stealing. There's no drugs.
Mhm.
There's no like cars being stolen. They pull up to a trailer and just knock out a wall and fill duffel bags up. And I'm like, for what? And they're like, he's about to get away. Where is he going? Like it was. I have so many questions with no answers.
Is it the first movie where we get the like where we get the scene where all of the cars meet up at night and there's hoochies everywhere and it's like a reggaeton song? Does that happen in the second one?
The second one? Yeah, where they
Yeah.
the music in the second one is way better.
Yeah.
But what really bothered me is the background music during conversations when it was like,
Mhm.
let's do like some intense beats. And one of them, I swear to God, I thought it is the background music in fucking Twilight. I swear to God, Twilight took that music and it's in the
Maybe.
background from a conversation. And I was like, is this? I was like, it fucking is. Molly comes running out there. She's like, are you watching Twilight? No, I'm watching this stupid shit. I will say the best part of that movie was the rat scene
Remind
where
us.
the detective is laying on the table. Deep breath. And he brings a rat in a bucket and he puts the rat on his belly,
Oh,
heats it
yeah.
up. He's
Yeah.
like, he can only go down. And I'm like,
Ugh.
that's pretty gnarly. So I
Yeah.
was like,
Fucked
that's
up.
cool. I was like, damn, this is probably getting good. And then it didn't.
Well, you've gotten through the
That's the meat and potatoes. That's
yeah,
like,
you've gotten through those ones. The third movie, which I think you've said you've already seen potentially.
Well, according to the Google little order sheet.
Don't watch it in order. Watch it in order of how they came out.
Okay. So, okay. Because I was like, Tokyo Drift says it's like number like 6.
Yeah, it takes place in chronologically like after the 6th or 7th movie or
Mhm.
something.
Okay.
But watch it first because it kind of sets the tone for so it's the director took over and they did this like little reboot
Mhm.
of the Fast and Furious. And the director that took over is the one who goes on to do like
Mm-hmm.
almost all of the other movies.
Yeah, through
Yeah.
like 9.
Through like 6 or 7. I think through
Definitely 7.
6, and then I think he came back for 8.
Okay.
I thought he did 7.
7, no, it was a new director on 7 because it was all fucked up because that's when Paul Walker died.
Yeah.
And they had to like figure out what to do.
Well, they got his brother though. Yeah.
Yeah, they ended up like
Well, we can't fast forward. We keep
yeah,
doing that.
so sorry. But the third one is also they go back eventually and revisit a lot of what happened in the third one.
Okay.
And there's a character in the third movie that is a major character moving forward.
Okay.
Now, also, is the third one where the post-credit sequence start, or is that in the fourth one?
I think that's the fourth one.
Okay. Because I did like fast forward. I was like, is there anything after? I was
Not
thinking,
not
No.
at the not in the first two. For
There's
sure.
post-credit
Okay.
scenes in starting with like the fourth movie. So the fourth movie on is like modern day Fast and Furious, and that's
Uh-huh.
when it kind of like starts the whole lore and of everything, and like starts bringing in characters and goes back to the older movies and stuff like that. And that's when it really
the
gets
tone
good.
totally changes. In
Yeah.
4.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. The deal's a fucking deal.
We're watching Eclipse tonight.
I know. I'll watch from Tokyo
We are?
Drift.
Yeah,
So wait, there's one more thing.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a couple. Just let me ramble it out.
yeah.
So, what is the woman's name who was undercover?
Ooh.
Oh, you're talking about Eva Mendes.
Yeah. Okay. Her character. What the fuck? What is that? Didn't even need her. You know. Okay. So whenever she
Yeah.
runs and she's in the boathouse and wakes him up, they're gonna shoot you, Brian. I was like, first of all, why are you soaking wet? What is happening? And then when the bodyguards come looking into the boathouse, she's like, all right, I gotta go. And then they have this weird 2-second kiss, which it's like, y'all have had nothing this entire movie,
Yeah.
and it's just like, here's a kiss goodbye.
She's
I
not
was
a
like-
very good character, and she only pops up, I think, in an after credit scene much later. Again,
So far.
And it's like, first of
she's
all,
not popping up again.
I hope Dawn comes back and beats Brian's absolute ass.
It's Dom.
Dom. I keep calling him Dom.
Yeah, it's Dom.
Don, Don, Don,
like Dom Perignon.
Well, it's same fucking thing.
Dominic.
Okay,
Dominic
so
Toretto.
Dominic, he's like, I'll kill you if you hurt my sister. He's like, that ain't gonna happen, bruh. What are you talking about? You meet this one undercover lady, and what is this? Brian is a whore, and I think it's just because he's waiting for Dawn to make a move.
Yeah.
If they don't have sex in this movie, I'm pissed.
I mean, it still could happen.
It could,
Yeah.
narratively.
I'm blown away by the gay sexual tension. I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's
Wait until you get to Momoa.
oh doggy.
Yow.
Y'all are ridiculous.
I know. I mean, listen, there's going to be a moment for you in this journey where it's going to click and you're going to be like, I fucking love this.
You're gonna have that same thing.
Fine. I'm open to
It's
it.
gonna be like mid a clit, and you're gonna be like, oh,
Mid a click.
Oh.
I will say just talking about Fast and Furious, I was reading Spider Boy last night, and in Spider Boy issue whatever it is,
Mhm.
they're
7?
at the homeless shelter and they're all watching. They're putting it's movie night for like the kids.
Wait, is Spider-Boy homeless?
Yeah,
aw.
yeah. Well, because he's from a different dimension and nobody knows him.
Doesn't Spider-Man know him?
Not really.
Oh.
That's kind of fucked up if you're Spider Boy in a different world with a
Yeah.
Spider Man and he's not helping you out.
Well, he was Spider Man's sidekick in his dimension, and then in this one, he's like helping him out. But anyway, he lives
Yeah.
at the homeless shelter, and it's movie night, and they're watching. I think they called it Fast Car Family 5, and there was a scene, and they kept like showing scenes from the movie in
Yeah.
the comic, and there's a scene where they're driving up the Sphinx, and the one character is like, we don't have enough nitrous to make it all the way. And then the other character goes, this car runs on family. It's so stupid.
So that's basically correct.
Yeah.
Like that's the entire movie.
It's hilarious. I mean, you know that at one point, the DVD machine at the store, when we were doing different genres, I had a section that said family, and the whole section was all Fast and Furious movies.
Because we had so many
I
TVs.
feel so bad
It's
for
hilarious.
those people.
No, I
got
ordered
those
3
toys.
sets of
Oh, that's right.
the
I
movies,
forgot.
1 through 9, plus Hobbs and Shaw. Ooh, Hobbs and Shaw is so good.
Whatever. I will say I did try to find the NOS energy drinks.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna bring those. Can't fucking find them.
I don't think they make those
I don't think-
anymore.
Yeah.
I remember being I think I was like a freshman in high school. We'd always stop at this market on the way to school, and I'd get a chicken sandwich and a bottle of NOS.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
yeah, really tearing it up and whatever. But I was like, where are these drinks? I could not find them. I was
Well, it's
like,
because we're all obsessed with like vitamin enriched energy drinks now. Everything's like healthy for you. I don't think NOS survived the energy drink wars.
such a cool bottle though. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Now I want to put NOS in Molly's car. Let's see how fast that fucking camera
Well,
will
this
go.
is a note for all the reefers out there. If you have any NOS laying around, send it our way.
Hilarious.
All right. Well, let's move on to the this weekly segment. I guess it's only a 2-week segment, so this is the conclusion, I suppose. But this is a road to Jumbo's Clown Room. All right, so we covered the history of Jumbo's last week, which I think was pretty informative. I
Mhm.
know that Shay listened to the podcast and got actually like really excited about going to Jumbo's with us. So I think we did our job there. I'm not quite sure exactly what to talk about on this week's segment, but I will say that Jumbo's emailed me back.
Oh, yay. What'd they say?
So I reserved 2 tables.
Okay.
So we have to get there. She said between 8 and 10, and there's a
Mhm.
half-hour grace period. So I said we'd get there by 10, probably. I mean, we're closing the store at 9 and going straight there.
Okay.
So we'll get there by 10:30, something like that. So we have 2 tables reserved. There's 4 seats at each table. So currently there's 6 of us going, unless and we have 2 more seats. So I'm not sure if Joe Kuntz is going to go. Trying to get him to go. And then there's Scotty will not go, even though he's
Yeah.
never been. which is insane.
I thought he said he told me he would go yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
he needed to touch base. He said
right.
if there were certain people going, he was like down for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see about that.
Mhm.
And then so we get 2 tables. I had to pay for the tables, but they were $75 a piece, which is not bad, I guess. Per
What?
table.
Is it bad or is it?
It seems not. Well, listen, the thing about Jumbos in the last several times I've gone there is that you have to wait in line forever.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to do that.
Are we VIP?
So I think we got to just roll in and be like, we have 2 tables,
Mhm.
and then they'll be like, okay, come on in.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
that's like the benefit for it. So now we
Nice.
don't. There's no. And I was concerned about like even being able to get in, you know, because it's so popular. So we're gonna roll in.
And how many seats is it at a table?
It's 4 seats per table. They're like little high top tables.
So like
in the corner.
if someone else was going and they wanted to put in a reservation, that's less than $25 per person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's
There
cheaper
is
to
they
cover.
have a 2 drink minimum,
Okay.
which is gonna be tough because Jolene and I are sober. So I don't know what their rule is for that.
Yeah, I only drink once every 6 months.
Well, you're gonna have to drink 2 drinks.
Oh God.
You could have like 2 Bud Lights or something.
I don't drink Bud Light. What do you think? I
So
am?
I'm
God.
sorry.
So-
You have 2 glasses of moonshine or whatever.
There we go.
Two Long Island iced teas.
Cool.
God.
So there's a 2 drink minimum for each person, and then they say that we have to participate,
Who are we participating with?
like giving dollars.
Oh, okay. What
You
do you?
know.
Yeah, why is that bad?
No, it's not bad. I'm
That's
just
part
telling,
of it.
I'm just telling you the rules.
I'm fixing. What are we supposed to do? Go in there and like clap for them?
Yeah, you got to dance.
If there's a 2 drink minimum, it might happen.
But yeah, the tables are like close to the stage, but then there's like chairs around the stage,
Mhm.
and then there's like tables as
Mhm.
far as I remember, and then
Yeah,
there's
that's
also
what I
a
remember.
separate bar.
Okay.
It's very small, so it's like intimate. It's like
Yeah.
it's definitely dive bar energy.
Okay.
It's the kind of place you want to go to and just like hang out on the floor on a bunch of pillows, you know?
yeah, and eat pizza. I haven't been there in well over a decade, I think. I
Yeah.
definitely haven't been there
Yeah.
since we've lived in Silver Lake, which has been 10 years.
Is there anything that
I
you
think-
remember last time that you're hoping to see this time?
Zombie Hands.
Zombie Hands, yeah.
I
Okay.
doubt that act is
There-
still going on.
I
but
don't
that
know.
was so
There's this
good.
one dancer who I've told you about who
Mhm.
does this dance with these 2 zombie hands where she's
Yeah.
like touching herself all over. The same dancer did a dance, and my friend Barkley, I've brought him there a couple times, and he was like in love with this lady. When he would come to visit, I'd take him there.
Yeah.
And he's like in love with this one stripper. She's thick.
Thick
He loves a thickum.
Mm-hmm.
And she would slowly put clothespins all over her body, and then pop them off at the end of the dance. It was pretty crazy. She's the
Mhm.
same zombie hands lady.
I'm gonna chew on those safety pins.
Yeah.
Not safety pins.
Clothespins.
Clothespins.
You know, like the ones that like this. Like the
I know
wood
that
ones.
motion. Yeah.
We call them C47s in the
Yeah.
industry.
Okay.
Anyway, so I don't know. I'm excited to see what the dancers are like
Mhm.
nowadays.
I'm terrified. I'm just imagining safety pins. It's giving me
just
like
poke
Hellraiser.
Do you remember the
Wow.
dancer at Claremont? Okay, going back to the Claremont
The
Lounge.
Claremont.
There's another dancer there that's famous for crushing beer cans in her boobies. And she puts a beer can under her boob and smashes it. And the same dancer would put matches in her nipples. I don't know how, but like
Are they
this.
pierced?
No,
No.
like straight in. Like this. And then she would light them and like
I feel like these
Oh.
are people I want to invite to my wedding.
yeah.
Like,
I mean you should.
Do you want to be my best
Will
man?
you walk me down the
Yeah,
aisle?
come on.
But so I'm hoping that there's something like that. I have been
Mhm.
looking at Jumbo's Instagram lately, and they post on there who's gonna be there.
Okay.
And but the names are all like Crystalina and like
Crystalina.
and like stuff like that. They're like, they're like dancer names.
Yeah.
What is their Instagram? Because I looked at it and it didn't have that many photos, and it looks like these photos are
Mhm.
taking on a flip phone.
There's 2. There's one that's like Jumbo's Clown Room Official. and
Okay.
that's the one.
That's I don't think I looked at it. I think I just
Yeah.
found something and I
There's
was
another
scared.
one that's like Jumbo's backup account or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, they emailed me back,
Mhm.
and I got all the details, and then I said, "So you want to collab or what?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, we've never done a collaboration before,
Okay.
ever. So what would that mean? And I wrote back and I said, well, I'd love to do like a collaborative pinball tournament that we do hosted by you and us, and then some kind of like collaboration T-shirt to commemorate it. And
I think that's a great idea. How would there's so many questions. Like
yeah,
It would all have to be very
PG.
yeah.
Well, obviously Kenzie would have to dress up like a clown,
she would
Mhm.
love that.
She would love that.
Uh-huh.
and then you would have to dress up like a dancer.
What? Why?
Okay, fine. We'll have Molly come in.
Molly, she's done that type of work before.
I'm
Really?
sure.
Yeah, I get to
Yeah.
see it every night. I'm having a great time.
God
That don't cost me nothing.
God damn. So anyway, then they wrote me back again and they
Mhm.
said, well, all right, let me run this by my boss and get back to you. But I haven't heard back yet.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to run into this person and talk further.
I think it would be really fun if
I feel like I'm giving it all away here.
Well, no,
yeah,
if-
this is kind of a lot of info that may or may not come to pass.
Yeah, but it's all like
just talking like hopes and dreams right now.
yeah, and like the podcast crowd is a different crowd than
Yeah, they get it.
the Insta crowd. It's
Well,
fine.
But
Mhm.
also, could you do it on a Saturday? But I know we close at 10, but maybe we stay open till midnight? Or wait, is that a busy day for them?
Shit, yeah,
Probably.
probably.
So then what?
Nights are probably busy
I
for
suggested
them.
like a Saturday afternoon pinball tournament. I don't know. We'll see
Ugh.
we'll see.
There's so many things. Like, what do you do? Like,
It's going to be hosted by Coral.
those kids are going to come back, sit at the bar with me and be like, get out of here.
Get out of here. I know. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm-
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm excited about jumbos now. Now that we have
Mhm.
tables, I'm excited. I was concerned about all of us getting there and it being a thing, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
but now that we have tables, I'm
Are we
good.
not all carpooling?
We will definitely have to carpool for sure.
Okay.
I believe we have a call in
Yeah.
for this segment. So let's listen to that call.
Long-time listener, first-time voice memoer. I'm so excited to go to Jumbo's. I can't even tell you. I'm ready to see heel clacking, pussy popping, clowns. Do you think there's gonna be clowns there? I'm gonna dress up. I'm so excited. Can't wait.
What? Who is
I
that?
think that was Kenzie.
Is that her telephone voice?
It did sound kind of weird coming out of that.
Yeah, I was like, who? Why are they acting like they know us? Who is that?
I got a little worried when she said I'm going to dress up. Like, I hope she doesn't dress up like a clown.
I mean, hey, bring it.
Yeah, why? Come
Yeah.
on.
I don't know.
You do you, girl.
I don't know. I don't know how they feel about it there. It's been a long time since I've been there, so we'll see.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've got some singles. We got 100 singles ready to
Mhm.
go, which you are aware of. I think that
Between the
hopefully
8
that's
of
enough.
us,
I mean, how does that work out math wise?
here's
$10, $12 a person.
I mean, sure.
This is my plan: is to just put there's 2 tables, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a stack of 50, a stack of 50,
okay.
and then we'll just Joe's like over it.
Huh?
Joe's
No.
over there like I can't even wake up right now. I'm so tired of this conversation. I'm falling asleep.
Jesus. Well, I do have quite a bit of jars of quarters and nickels and dimes
Oh,
that I'm
that's
going to
nice.
cash in
That's cool.
because I guess throwing quarters at them isn't appropriate.
Yeah,
No.
usually
I don't think they like that.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. No.
it's
But yeah.
generally frowned upon.
So I'm just trying to bring whatever I can to go crazy.
My favorite part of the of their dancing is when the music stops and then they crawl around to pick everything up.
Which I don't know why that's still a thing, because like
Yeah.
I've been to drag shows and usually when they're done, they have a little Twinkie come out there and just
I
sweep it
think
all up.
that's what I remember happening.
Mhm.
Do they
There's
do that
like a
still?
broom and yeah.
Oh.
The last time I went, that was. what
I
had
always
happened.
remember they would get on the floor and they would just gather it all up and they would push it out the stairs because there's like little stairs that go to like the dressing room area, and then
Mm-mm.
they would pick them up down there.
I think I
don't-
would give them more money after that and be like, I'm sorry.
I'm
Here
sorry.
you go.
Yeah, Barkley would always fold them into little paper airplanes and throw them up there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet they hated that.
probably. Probably. I mean, you don't hand it to them; you throw it out there.
You just throw it.
Yeah, because they're doing a dance,
Okay,
and they're
that's fine.
like, they're like I've said it before. They're like Olympians. I've seen some shit there that I've never seen anywhere else before,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure we'll see it on Wednesday. I'm hoping.
We'll see. I've seen one dancer in my life that's completely blown me away,
Yeah.
and it's a drag queen. Do you know Brooklyn Heights?
No.
I know the name.
She is one of the judges on the Canadian drag show.
Okay.
I met her at Play Dance Bar at Nashville. Her dancing is phenomenal. I would give my whole everything for her. Whatever you wanted, just keep on the wig, please. She'd always do this upside down split and be blaring Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Okay.
Nice.
Just splooge everywhere.
Oh my God, Jesus! The thing about the jukebox there is that it's all like punk and like rock and like stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's like, but I remember the moment where I was at Jumbo's the first time when I was like, holy shit! This dancer she like climbed up the pole, and it's like a pole that goes to like a mirrored ceiling.
I love that I looked up. I
Yeah.
was like, where?
She climbed up the pole. She wrapped her legs around it and laid flat against the ceiling like this. Like her whole body was against the ceiling.
Y'all can't see it, but Jeff is actually on top
I'm
of
on
the
the ceiling
ceiling.
now. And then she, hands free, just spun all the way down to the floor and then clacked them heels.
You know what we
was
should do after
incredible.
this? We should take
A pole dancing class?
Yes. All of us together. Let's see how far we can get up that
I don't know
pole.
if my old back can handle that. God damn. Anyway, I'm very excited, and I can't wait to. We're gonna be going in 2 days, so we're gonna have gone by the time this airs. But next week we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Mhm.
you know, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, this has been Road to Jumbos. Can we talk about gay stuff for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Coral's Corner, right?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet. So what are your thoughts on like RuPaul's Drag Race?
I don't. Wait, what is the right thing to say?
No, say exactly what you want to say.
I don't find it very genuine because I've known people that have been on the show
Uh-huh.
and it's just kind of it's very scripted.
Yeah.
I've met someone that works on it. I mean, he loves it. He loves what he does. But to me, I kind of find it just bleh.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
care for
That's
it.
the right answer.
I've only watched the episode where my friend was in it,
Yeah.
and I thought she was gonna win, but
Uh-huh.
she didn't. It
Oh,
was sad.
Yeah, Joe and I kind of hate it. Mostly because it feels like it's ruined gay culture.
I mean, yeah.
In my eyes, at least. I mean, it's become this like super popular thing that's like like marginalized. I don't know. It's like created this, I don't know.
it's homogenized a large
Yeah.
chunk of queer culture, I think, in a way that's just designed to be capitalistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like every it feels like every gay night now at every bar has to revolve around RuPaul's Drag Race in some way, which is bizarre to me. And like obviously we know people that work on the show and like it's I don't know.
And like
It's-
good for them. I mean, I think my thing with it is that for one thing, I don't think there is enough commentary around where it stands for the queer community and representing the queer community in juxtaposition with what it does for the straight community. It's a
Mhm.
great entry point for like straight people, I would say. It's a safe entry point into like a safe corner of the queer community, you know, perceptively. But I think it leaves other aspects out in the cold. I think it's just a little.
Well, there is it this season that they have their first heterosexual on there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's a married man to a woman.
Maddie something.
Yeah.
He's started
Is
a lot
he-
of drama with Bob, I guess. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Bob.
Mm.
Now I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But I just think it kind of does the bare minimum, and I think that the gay community is just fine with that when it should probably be a little more representative and a little more boundary pushing.
Yeah.
In the first couple seasons, it was very
thought it was
fresh and like
hilarious.
new.
Yeah.
The amount of Vaseline on the lens back then was ridiculous.
I know.
And it's, I don't know, it doesn't challenge the community in constructive ways, I
Yeah.
think is my thing. And it encourages people to kind of be the bare minimum queer.
You've described this much more eloquently than I was just gonna say that shit sucks.
Yeah. What I don't like is when it's the final. Is it 3?
I
Final-
don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
whatever
it's
it is.
literally the last season I watched was like season 3.
Yeah.
Back when it was on Logo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
before WoW.
I did get
took over
approached to
everything.
design the finale a couple years ago. It didn't end up working out, but
Mhm.
I was gonna do it because it's a popular show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I've heard so many horror stories.
We were doing
about
quite a few stage shows back then
it.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Well, what I don't like is how they make all three of them record and like how they won. They do like
Mm.
you won, so this is your reaction.
Mhm.
Okay. Next, you won, give me
Yeah.
yours. And then none of them know. And it's like, what a terrible feeling. It's like you go home and it's like, I don't know if I won or not. And you have to wait to see if it's going to be you. And I'm like, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I just be like, how you want? I don't think that's why I'd be a good actor. How do you want me to act excited like I won? And then it turns out I didn't? Fuck you.
Mhm.
Delete that footage. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just we're so removed from all of that that we a couple days ago had some gay friends in town, and just like talking with them, it's like it was a stark reminder of like the RuPaul's Drag Race of it all, and how that's like so much. I don't know. People can be into whatever they want to be into. It's just
I can't even tell you how many iterations there are nowadays. There's international formats, and there's like
Mhm.
world champions and
All Stars.
all stars.
Yeah.
But there's like all stars or something too, I think, right?
Whatever
Like,
they can do.
yeah. And it's at the end of the day, it is they still don't have like trans representation all that
No, yeah.
often. And if any.
Mm-hmm.
And like why?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't
know. It is this huge formatted thing that is supposedly representative of the queer community, and it still excludes a whole chunk of the queer community
Mhm.
voluntarily.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I miss the days of like I used to enjoy a drag show back in the day, but nowadays it just I don't know.
There is something great about in-person drag performances.
Yeah,
I think that's where it gets transgressive and it pushes a lot of boundaries, and you
Mhm.
see like a genuine performance
yeah. I don't think you can have that anymore without
without it being related to Drag Race.
Where
yeah.
do they do performances now that aren't fucking bingo? If
Oh.
I see another drag bingo, I might unalive myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, precinct downtown,
Mhm.
they do a lot of drag stuff, and this
Yeah.
weekend was like a drag thing, but it was Drag Race. It was like Willem and some
Yeah.
other shit.
Well, Willem is not Drag Race.
no.
No.
Willem had a huge fallout.
Well, I know
with
that
all
she
of Drag
got
Race.
like I know that he got like cut from the show for something and had a big fall. Whatever. I don't know.
I don't
all the
remember.
drama.
Willem is very outspoken about representation and how Drag Race manipulates.
But
its
the night at
contestants.
Precinct is called Fat Slut,
Mhm.
which is like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down to go to Fat
Okay.
Slut. But
Hell
then
yeah.
but then they have to couple Fat Slut with Drag Race queens. And it's like
I don't,
I don't
want
know.
that.
It seems like a little Disneyfied, if you ask me.
There is only I think one drag queen that I would like to meet because I think it's Katya.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all got to meet.
Katya's got a great story. I actually, Trixie and Katya, I think, are both
Mhm.
interesting individuals.
Mm.
For sure.
Trixie is a big pinball player. Not
Yeah.
sure if he's been into the shop before or not.
I'm
come through,
sure.
but-
I'm sure Kenzie would let us know.
I would never recognize. I wouldn't.
No, just give me Katya though. I used to have this shirt that with her line where she says, "Fuck my pussy with a rake, mom."
Whoa!
What?
What?
Her words, not mine.
Jesus.
I
Carl.
went. No, what? I'm just sorry. We'll bleep it out.
That's from.
It's so It's so
No.
funny.
Yeah.
I went to one of her like stand up shows and she did not. I don't think she performed. Like she was in drag, but it was more of a comedy show.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And then the entire crowd, she was like, you know what I tell my mom? And we all screamed it. I'm not gonna say it again. Actually, I am. Fuck you guys. Fuck my pussy with a rake, mom. And so to hear hundreds of people say that together, I was like, am I in love with you? I was like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, where's the fucking rake?
Yeah. All right. I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of fucking my pussy with a rake, this next segment is called Coral's Corner.
Hello. Sad times. Sad times. The card was great. UFC 298 was nice.
Yeah.
You almost got all your predictions correct.
I know.
I'm just sad. I mean, you know,
Why are
I'm
you sad?
sad.
Mhm.
Volkanovski got knocked the fuck out.
Voltori got what?
Volkanovski got knocked out by
He got-
Tim Furia.
Hard. It was devastating. Which, I mean, he did just fight a couple months ago. And then a couple months before that, he just hasn't taken a break. And just as a fan, I wish he would just go home, spend time with your family, and then come back in a year. It's just fight after fight after fight. And the last fight, he got head kicked, knocked completely just into another dimension. And then this one, same thing. Topuria, his strength and power is insane. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was just
It didn't last very long.
No, I think it was a second round.
Second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coral was like glued to the phone all Saturday. Just
We watched that final. We watched that title fight together.
Yeah, we did.
huh?
Yeah.
All I remember is you coming back in just destroyed, and I looked over and I knew you were watching, but you were closing the blinds and you were like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
It was such a sad. It just blared my Celine Dion on the way home. Got my cry out.
Yeah,
And then I felt better. Why do I even watch this shit?
yeah.
What am I doing?
I
I
don't
keep
know, I
hurting
couldn't tell you.
myself over and over again. And it's like, I know the pan's hot. I just can't keep my hand out of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just-
I'm pretty sure Marcus won a bunch of money.
Oh yeah.
I think. I don't know. He posted something and I couldn't. It was a bunch of numbers and I didn't understand what I was looking
After
at.
the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, then he probably won. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Marcus.
He went to the show
Mhm.
in Anaheim. The show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have went,
performance?
but I can't get a day off.
Oh
But-
shit. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Have you ever been to a UFC before?
No.
Oh, what?
No. I've been waiting for Conor McGregor.
300.
Mm.
No, 300 card sucks. Fucking sucks. And what was so disrespectful, but I get why they did it. When Volkanovski lost, we were all devastated.
Mhm.
As a community together, we're sad. And then in the same breath, Dana White goes, and here's your main event for UFC 300. And it's fucking Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Dana. I do not want this trash right now. Nobody cares. We're at a funeral, okay? Inappropriate. It just, I do want to go see a fight. Since we're so close to Vegas, that would be nice. But it would be like I had particular and who.
So, so should we debut your GoFundMe? Send Coral to UFC 300.
They can. No, I don't want to go to that one.
Oh, sorry. I thought you did.
God. No. I'm sure in the summer it'll be a fight that I want. But if they take it in Madison Square, I'm gonna lose my mind.
So have you? Okay, so speaking of Colin McGregor, did you see the new posters for Roadhouse?
What, when he's like floating in the water?
No, they
Which
just put
one?
out. They just put out new character posters for all the different characters in Roadhouse. And like Post Malone is one.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I'm excited about the movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like complete garbage.
Did you hear about all the controversy
No.
about the director?
Mm-mm.
Doug Liman is the director.
Oh, Doug?
He's pissed. Yeah. Oh, Doug.
Doug, yeah.
He's all. He's pissed off about it going straight to Prime.
Yeah, well,
I did
Understandably.
see that too. Yeah.
they said that they went on Jeff Bozo.
Bezos.
Bezos.
Benzos.
I'm sorry.
Bezos.
Bezos.
Yeah. So they went and they were on his boat and they showed him the movie and he was like, Prime. Straight to
Wow.
it. I think he's the one that made that decision.
That's what I'm hearing them say. They came out and said no, he wanted it to go straight to Prime, but then he's out there saying I'm gonna boycott the premiere because it's going straight to Prime or whatever. I don't know. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
It's pretty amazing how much control Bezos has over Amazon Studios.
Over all the stuff.
yeah, I wouldn't. Things like that. I would not picture he'd necessarily
Like care, really.
Yeah, but that's how Critical Role happened.
Oh yeah, because his son was really into Critical
Mhm.
Role, so then Bezos bought emailed them directly to get the show
For the animated show.
That's insane to me.
That's pretty funny. Well, we've gone off the rails here with
Yeah.
this Coral's Corner. So anyway, this has been Coral's Corner.
Bye.
That was a short one because you were so sad.
Yeah, it's just a sad time. I'm hurt.
Oh,
I'm
darkness,
sorry.
my old
I thought you were going to talk
Mhm.
about Fast and Furious some more.
Why would I do that?
Oh. We should set a plan here because we're definitely going to watch Eclipse, if not tonight, soon.
Mhm.
And I'm excited for you to get to number 5. Once you get
Yeah.
to number 5, number 4 is good,
Number 4 is good.
but
Mhm.
once you get to number 5, it really ramps up.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Not to bring this up, but so how many Twilight movies you gotta watch?
I gotta watch 5.
Okay,
and you're watching 2 for each one.
Yeah, but then also we did make another agreement. You have to watch something else.
Mean Girls. I'll watch it.
Okay, just making sure.
But you said for every Twilight movie you'd watch 2 Fast and Furious, so you owe us 2 more movies still.
Okay, well I'm gonna watch them tonight.
Okay,
I'll
good.
keep watching. I just want to make sure you watch Mean Girls.
I will.
I did add a lot of her songs on our playlist at work.
Renee Rapp.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's no way you could have done that.
I know how to cue it up.
It's not. Whoa, bitch. Oh, bitch. Now
Speaking of what's spinning at Revenge of, I saw your little photo post.
Oh yeah,
I was waiting for that.
I sent her that photo and she's like, I want you to have tears in my eyes. She's like, that's probably the nicest
Oh,
thing he
really?
could have done. And I was like, see, I told you he's not a complete piece of shit. He's all right.
Oh, I wasn't even going to tell you that I put that song on there. I was just going to wait for you to see it on the thing. But
Yeah.
then I was like, I don't know if you'll actually see it. I mean, you'd hear it, but then
Yeah.
you wouldn't know to like run over there to look at the thing.
Jolene was like, I thought this was Phoebe Bridges. And I was like, who?
Oh,
But then I looked
no.
at but then it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Molly was like, she said what? I was like, yeah. I was like, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I saw
Mhm.
that. Yeah, I added Molly's song to the,
Yeah.
Mhm. And she says things.
and the little flippy board thing.
Mhm.
I was hoping it would do that.
What was
fair.
funny is the song before it, because I took a video and it was a song that says I hate you.
Oh no,
And then it flips into Molly Stocks. And
that's
I was like,
hilarious.
I was like, should I edit this before I send it? I was like, no, I'm just going to send
Just
it.
send it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess this has been another episode of the Revenge of Podcast, and we will see you all next week. Bye bye.
Okay.